What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chalub Lab. Today we're getting straight to the point because this car isn't playing around. Volkswagen has brought the new 2027 Tiguan to the market, and the question is simple, maybe even a bit provocative. Can German engineering still go head-to-head with the high-output, high-tech hybrids flooding the scene? Today, it's not just about the badge. It's about architecture, powertrain, real-world efficiency, and most importantly, the experience behind the wheel. Stick with me until the end, because we aren't just looking at spec sheets. We're going to understand where this Tiguan has truly evolved and how it stacks up in this new landscape. Before we talk engines, forget the numbers for a second and let's look at the generational leap. The previous Tiguan, the Allspace we all know, was always balanced and reliable, but it was reaching the limits of its platform. The suspension was tuned more for comfort than dynamics, and the interior aged quickly with that all-touch button phase that nobody really liked. Now comes the 2027 Tiguan based on the MQB Evo platform. This isn't a facelift, it's a structural evolution. The new platform brings more torsional rigidity and better electronic integration. This changes the car as a whole, especially in what we value here at the lab: dynamics, control, and consistency. Now let's get to the heart of the beast. Under the hood, Volkswagen didn't hold back. The new Tiguan arrives with the EA888 Evo5, pumping out 272 horsepower and 263 pound-feet of torque. This completely changes its positioning. It's no longer just about German efficiency. Now it's a serious power player. But the most interesting part remains the delivery. That 263 pound-feet of torque kicks in early, around 1600 RPM, and stays constant, ensuring immediate response without needing high revs. It's usable power in the real world, not just a number on a brochure. Now, here's a technical point that separates engineering enthusiasts from those who just read specs. For this market, Volkswagen moved away from the DSG and adopted the Aisin 8-speed automatic transmission with a torque converter. This isn't a downgrade, it's a strategic choice. While the DSG is snappier, the Aisin delivers more smoothness, higher thermal robustness, and better adaptation to real-world conditions, especially in heavy traffic and severe climates. Translation: VW traded a fraction of shift speed for consistency and durability. When you pair that with the 4MOTION all-wheel drive, which intelligently distributes torque between the axles, the result is an extremely balanced package: more traction, more control, and a much more progressive power delivery. It's the kind of car that doesn't just impress on paper, it impresses while you're driving. This becomes even clearer when we talk dynamics. The old Tiguan was safe, but had a more neutral, comfort-oriented behavior. Now, with the MQB Evo and adaptive suspension, the car hits a new level. You have finer body control, less body roll, and much more high-speed stability. This solves a classic SUV problem: height and a high center of gravity. Here, the Tiguan starts to position itself as one of the most balanced mid-size SUVs in terms of handling. Let me ask you a quick question. If you enjoy this kind of technical, no-nonsense analysis, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps Chalub Lab keep bringing this deep dive content. Now, let's keep going because there's more. In terms of exterior design, the shift is clear. Gone is the boxy, conservative look. In its place is a car with fluid lines, a cleaner front end, slimmer full LED headlights, and a more high-tech identity with integrated light bars and even an illuminated logo. In the rear, connected taillights and a wider stance give it a sportier, modern feel. It's a car that evolved without losing its DNA. Inside, we see perhaps the biggest course correction. Volkswagen listened to the critics. The steering wheel is back to physical buttons. The infotainment screen, up to 15 inches, is faster and more intuitive, and the materials have moved up market with better sound insulation and a more premium feel. And of course, the ADAS, automated driver assistance systems, is now more complete with refined semi-autonomous driving features. Now for the most interesting and maybe controversial part. Where does the Tiguan actually sit in the market? It's not fighting alone. In the $35,000 to $45,000 range, you have traditional competitors like the Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Hyundai Tucson. These cars follow a proposal focused on comfort and urban efficiency. The RAV4 hybrid wins easily on gas mileage, and the CR-V is incredibly comfortable. But none of them deliver this specific combo of a high-output engine, all-wheel drive, and refined driving dynamics all at once. Then you have the new disruptors, the high-spec hybrids. On paper, they seem superior, with massive combined horsepower and insane fuel economy. But here's the difference in philosophy. Those rivals are often focused on numbers and screens. The Tiguan follows that classic German engineering line where everything is calibrated to work together. Engine, transmission, traction, and suspension talk to each other. It's not just about power, it's about how that power hits the pavement. It's predictability, consistency, and control. And here's something few people mention, but it matters in the long run: long-term behavior. New hybrid tech is still building its track record, while the EA888 engine is a known quantity, tested, proven, and the pairing with the Aisin transmission tends to be very robust under stress. For those planning to keep the car for years, this carries as much weight as horsepower or MPG. And finally, there's the feeling. The Tiguan is a car that talks to the driver. Steering feedback, throttle response, weight transfer, it's all more predictable. For those who actually enjoy driving, that makes all the difference. It's not just getting from point A to point B, it's about how you get there. The Chalub Lab verdict is straightforward. The 2027 Tiguan doesn't try to win solely on the spec sheet. It wins on real-world engineering, in the fine-tuning, the integration, and how the whole machine operates as one. In a market increasingly dominated by gadgets and screens, it bets on what many still value: a great drive. Now I want to hear from you. Would you go for the sheer power and tech of the new age hybrids, or do you still trust German mechanical precision with 4MOTION and a pure turbo engine? Let me know in the comments, because this debate is great. If you liked the video, drop a like, subscribe, and let's keep raising the bar for automotive content. See you in the next one.